So here we are. We're on another one of our episodes where we're doing some VOD reviews to figure out how we can fight better. In this one, we're going to take a look at another Elite Eomzo video. And this is from the last Solo Series. And we'll go from there. Doesn't seem like anybody's landing with him, so we're going to let this play a little bit forward and see if, once again, if the POIs are pretty free like they were in the last video that we watched. We'll speed this up as we go, though. Let's pause it again and take a quick look. No one at Palms. This could be still for a minute. That could still be people moving in their positions. We'll see when Zone 1 pops in like 15 seconds. But so for people who don't know, when you hit that button, you're going to get some targets that you can shoot at. Shoot at them a bunch, it gives you weapons. Okay, Zone 1 is closing here, or popping. So everybody should have landed. So he's the only person at Wonky Lands. There's only one person at Hubble Hills. There's no one at Riptides. One at I mean, Latte Landing is the only one that seems to have multiple people in it. And Lethal Labs. Maybe two in Bay. Something to think about is when these, I guess Canyon has some as well. But with these POIs, you might get a chance to land them and just back off if you're contested, or split it and move. Versus like when you look at like all these smaller spots, they seem like they could be pretty contested. And it was just something to keep an eye on as the season continues. Okay, we'll speed this up to 4. We don't need to watch him fight these bots, or not fight these bots, but hit these target practices too much. Apparently, if you hit the smiling ones, there's a penalty. But anyways, easy peasy. He gets some good loot. And doing that means he doesn't have to loot the rest of Wonky Land. The only weird part is he only has 18 builds. So let's see. I guess this is a low elo lobby. He's probably just gonna get to build some other people. He does hit these big rocks for mats, trees for mats. Yeah, so that's what he's doing. So he's going in this first fight with 34 mats, 34 builds, which is kind of crazy. Let's slow these down. I noticed last time we kind of kept having to go back and do them over and over again, so we're gonna run them in slow motion first to see what happens, and then watch it in full speed. Okay, so quick shot. Quick thing I noticed in that fight was same way Air Vent was taking fights or building towards fights. It's really just ramps, cones, walls. So there's no double editing, no triple editing. It's pretty simple builds. And then he's got another fight here. It's also good to see that Air Vent, who dropped a 19 kill win in the Kardashian Cup, and Eomzo are doing something very similar. Okay. Does a quick pickaxe on the wall. Must have seen that player, I guess. Must be. Okay. So that doesn't feel like the smartest fight ever. But it worked, right? So let's see what he did. I guess, he knows that this isn't the best lobby. He's a FNCS finalist or grand finalist winner, something along those lines. So he does the pickaxe, covers himself in builds, takes the open. Once he gets the shot, this spot makes sense. Just trying to take the wall, trying to just spray through, get it finished. But that first wall tag, he doesn't know that person's healthy or not healthy. He just swings a wood pickaxe at a wood wall, and then imagine builds around himself so that way, if that person opens, he always has an exit route. Because like otherwise, it makes no sense, right? It's just an ego play. But it's a little bit less of an ego play. I guess he can hear the footsteps, so he knows the person's in here. Like if he gets hit there, if that person returns the trade, and Eomzo can trust his aim because he's a pro, obviously. But if he gets hit back, he can flip that cone, get out, and probably recover. It's that ability to recover that allows this to not be a terrible idea. Okay. Nothing too crazy on those. Simple builds. Okay, he's got basically a 100 tag. Jumping in. So I was about to say, similar piece control that Air Vent was doing with just cones and walls still. It looks like he got a little bit greedy on that and just went for hoping the guy was going to make a big edit. He didn't. Continue going for height. Double pickaxe, hard to tell. So that was pretty straightforward. Watch it again real quick for funsies. So in this fight, he's probably being more aggressive on purpose because he's got this 100 tag. So we're drinking tea tonight, chat, rather than coffee because we're doing it late night before the map gets reset. So like he knows this person's down to 50 health. And there, I think he's just waiting for, hoping the person makes a bad edit. They make a good edit, hit him, but they don't hit him for enough. He knows he's still low enough to die, so he gets a little bit safer. That's something I started doing earlier that I think I do more of, is just, I think I've been trying to take tops for a while, thinking that you should do it, there's a way to do it safely. And I think, and similar to the first fight where he just pickaxes the wall and like he's in a safe space that he can get out of, I think a lot of taking tops is literally just, you think the person's lower than you health-wise, so you feel like you have the advantage in a trade, and you're just willing to get shot. Sees the person run, got the ramp in the box, sees the person run, pieces out sideways. Of the play there, the piecing out sideways was the easiest part. Okay, so what have so far? Cones wall build, same as Air Vent, same as in the Air Vent video. Building full outside box when taking fights. Okay, so here we are. Again, nothing similar to what I was just saying about taking tops. There's no protection here. I don't know enough about taking tops, but yet to like make a justified or have an informed opinion on it, but I do think it's just a matter of just being willing to trade there. Because he was just standing on top of those boxes, double pickaxing. Like, you just have to be confident enough in your defensive box fighting skills to recover. We're 4 kills. Right, where are we? Second zone. So, second zone, a good amount of people still playing zone, it seems, Storm, it seems like. Doesn't look like there was much of a progression of anyone, really. Just from the last time we looked at it. Okay. Okay, so this we're definitely going to slow down. Because in this instance, he's getting beamed. And I feel like, for me anyways, the big issue I often have is less about, I mean, attacking people is the main reason why I'm watching this, because I need to get better at applying pressure. But also, I get beamed a lot in tournaments and people are pressuring. A lot of times when you watch a pro video, like, they just don't get shot. So it'll be interesting to see how this plays. Okay, come on. Okay. Quick single box into a mini. So not a lot of space being made, just a single box to get a mini off. Get tight. And gets wrecked. So we watch. Let's watch it from this other person's point of view, because we've been watching Eomzo push people. So what's different here? Okay, so first thing, he's just trying to phase to jump in the box. He's done 50 damage, so not enough to like, or I guess he's probably done 175 damage. But took long enough to get there where a mini could be had. Now you're trying to take a 50-50 with someone who's a $150. Misses an edit. Kind of what I was saying earlier too, right? About the cones and walls approach. This person, I think, was going for a double edit. Doesn't get the cone. Maybe if they do cone first, it would have been fine. Maybe Eomzo would have just got it. Goes to the side jump. Goes to the side jump. Doesn't place the cone above. Maybe lost it. Maybe not. Oh, wait. Whoops. Yeah, gun was out there. So, you know, doesn't get the piece up into the wall. Just kind of going 50-50 for height there. Watch it one more time from Eomzo's perspective. I feel like him getting hit are gonna be a more valuable watch than like his fights. Quick 1x1, get height. Place the cone to stop him. Get up. Get the piece early. Okay, here we are again, getting shot. Looks like our boy Sigma's running away. Eomzo gets a nice beam there. Let's slow it down. See what happens. So kind of dirty. So goes for all the pieces that he can. That's a nice movement bait. The movement bait here wins him this fight. I mean, he probably would want to fight regardless. But approaching the box, doing something the other person didn't do, like building all the pieces. But right there, that like deke to the left totally gets this person to make this edit thinking he's going to go in there. The big question is, did this wall, was it supposed to be here? It may have supposed to have been here. He might have been trying to box his space and then just missed it and took the advantage while that window was open. I bet that wall is supposed to be up here, but it just got too close to it. Okay, again, applying, just building up to the walls. I mean, building up to, let me rephrase that, pause for a second. So what he's doing is after he breaks someone, he's getting in, he's building completely around the space that he's going to attack from. And then he's just wall fighting. Okay, 25 damage. Takes a pause to get a half out off. Okay, that was filthy. Our antagonist, TikTok so-and-so, just gets absolutely bodied. But again, they shot first, so let's watch it from their perspective. So it's 37. Goes to the cone. Okay. So it's somewhat less obvious when you watch Eomzo do it because it feels excessive. A little bit excessive. But if you noticed, that person drops on his wall. So like when Eomzo's getting on the wall, he's building himself in a box. I thought it was for the third party. But I don't think it's to the third party. I think it's... so that can't happen. Right? Like if we just zoom out a little bit. That person's coned. They're in a bad way. Okay, and that's the other thing that's interesting here. So I feel like I make this edit and it never works. Like I make this I make, when the person's on the wall, I make the edit, I cone them, and then it just leads to nothing. I don't think I ever go up like that, up into the left. Like, I don't think that's very hard. Mechanically. Interesting that he places the floor there too, by the way. That's something that coming out is something that... something I hadn't considered on that play. I'm liking doing these in slow motion. Because I feel like mechanically I can do the things, but like putting it down into like a slow enough space where you can actually absorb it rather than being impressed by the speed. Okay, so same thing, right? He's pressuring this wall. Unlike the two people who fought him, he's got cone, wall, cone. There was a double edit down there. Maybe he's just feeling himself. But if that person comes out, he can edit, he can flip this cone, go that way. He can flip the cone, go up. But he can't be boxed up. Again, willing to just... Did he start this with a beam? It's interesting that unlike some of the other videos, unlike some of the other pro videos I've seen in seasons past. This is the first kind of pro video I've watched this season. There's very little getting in. He hasn't got in on a single person, actually. Okay, so this is similar to fight number 2. He has no knowledge of this person's health, he has no knowledge of this person at all other than a low elo. He feels confident. He feels confident fighting in this 1-by-1 across from another 1-by-1. Pickaxe. He knows the person's 1 health. Pickaxe once. Shotgun out. This person's not fighting back. Since they're not fighting back, I'm assuming that's why he keeps double pickaxing. But same thing, right? Approaching the wall, fully boxing, cone walls, and wall fighting. Okay. Let's see what our antagonist does here. Oh wait, this is way too fast. So this is a good player, it seems. This is gonna be a long fight. Do I care? Do I care about this fight? Is the real question. Because it seems like there's gonna be a lot of stuff here that doesn't matter. So, interestingly, something else he did in one of the earlier fights when he got tagged is he didn't overbuild. He just built enough to like just protect himself and didn't make a lot of space. In this instance, he gets hit again, builds a wall to protect, and immediately starts taking a half pot. Waits to the last minute to claim piece control over him. No double edits on any of these retakes. It's all like single tile. Single tile walls and cones. Skeet shooting. This guy must miss. He must live. Good for him. All right. So where are we now? We're in zone 3. Oddly, not very there's no clear... I mean, like, this is dead side. But, like, people moved center. I guess this south area is more congested. But there's not a lot over here. North is pretty clean all the way through. Okay, so this person just gets away. speed up here. Oh, let's see what's going on. Okay, so big fight up here. My guy Pigeon gets a bad one. I mean, sometimes the Fortnite gods just aren't your friends. We'll watch that pigeon fight again. I don't think there's much to. I mean, other than the good, like, I don't know that I could have read it that cleanly, but like, I don't think mechanically there's a lot there. Or I guess the thing here is it continues the thing to remember, that he continues the trend of whenever he's attacking someone's box or wall, he's in his own box. So that was dangerous. Just kind of opened the peek on that guy. Big edit. Again, actually, no peaks. We haven't seen any peaks here at all, really. That's the first one. All right, he knows this person's one shot. And for the first time, he gets in. I wonder if he gets in because of the sliding. I'm gonna watch on back in full speed. I don't actually know what to take away from that fight. I know there is a takeaway from that fight. It seemed really dangerous. So at this point, he doesn't know much. He just knows he hit him for... Oh, that's why. It is dangerous. It's dangerous, but he knows it. Trying to get the box. Just trying to... Person's literally one health. Okay. I guess when you have 1 health, you can just try to get in. Ooh. Ooh. Ooh, there we go. This is what we want to see. Not that. Here we are. We get another shot on him. Alright, so this is the good beam. So 80 health. Quick throw to the shield keg. Builds a 2x1 back. Gets some extra space. Hits a wall at it. Goes up again. Dude, that is a remarkably fast way to get back to health. I mean, I guess it makes sense because he has the thing. Pickaxe bait. That's what I'm not doing there. When he gets the cone on someone, he's going over them. I feel like I stand the wall too much. Alright, let's watch again. Let's watch the beam from this person's perspective. Okay, so they got a beam. So this So this is the difference, right? If this is Eomzo, maybe he gets hit here. This person gets hit. Maybe they don't. But there would have been a cone. There would have been walls. And he would have been in this space. Since there's not cones and walls, that cone is already taken. He has no clear exit path. And what went from being a quick fight didn't place a cone in his box. Misses an edit. Back to lobby. So similar thing. Eomzo keeps doing the thing that everyone kept doing, and the people who keep fighting Eomzo who get the beam aren't doing it, and they keep dying. A little bit of server lag for your troubles. All right, I don't know how much of the end games we're gonna watch here for these, because these are more fighting focused. So we're reaching the end of this video, but we'll see. Zoom, speed up a little. We got a little bit too fast there. Again, he attacks the bush. Here's some gunfire. Sees a glider. All right, again with the tops, right? So we're gonna ignore the like early piece control. I mean, it's interesting that he goes for it. Almost gets it. Person gets away. Maybe cones himself. He does cone himself. So now we're here. And there's no strategy to taking these tops. I wonder if someone's gonna punish him. It's literally just stand there and get your gun out and get shot in the face. Which means when I'm returning fire from low ground, the same thing probably is like you're just gonna get hit. Okay. He's got all the pieces again. Again, single pickaxe swing. Kind of took a safer angle there. Wow, this person survives, or takes a really long time to not die. So I'm going to assume that he's going to have a good view of Eomzo here. Okay. So that angle that our boy Eomzo's on, let's see where he's standing. Like I said, you're our boy, as if like I know him. Okay. Single pickaxe. Making edits, try to guess where he's at. So he's like mid tile and kind of far away. I would have assumed BTB. I guess he does have a good angle. If he's ready for that, he can shoot him back. So it's not the best peak, it's just effective because it's happening fast. There's really no peak there, it's just I was just about to say, like, oh, that's interesting. Like, he's not building all the spaces. But even in that situation when the person was like at 50 health, he built the walls around himself. It's almost like he built the walls around himself after the fact, like he forgot. It's like, shit, I'm gonna die. Yo, and he disengages. Why does he disengage? All right, 5th zone. It's chunking 2. He's deep here. Smart. This single kill isn't worth it. Speed this up. We finished our T. Okay. A little bit of a beam. Goes for height. Interesting that he doesn't approach that from going head on. Just went for height, or maybe it was just accidental that he went for height. Who knows? Doesn't get that kill. Someone else does. Goes for the stuff. Seemed really get out of that. Is that at all worth it? Okay, so he has 81 builds, 3 half pots, and a shield keg. Traded shield keg for a half pot and 70 bills. Yep, worth it. Shield keg for minis, that is. Okay, so we're now in 6th zone. Gets shot in the back. Makes 2x1. Oh, it's our boy B2B Swim. Spent all that time alive. Fought off Eomzo and then shoots him in the back again. Stream sniping my guy? Just unlucky. That seemed dicey. I feel like sometimes people are just making. Sometimes this plays is being made because you can. So he knows, what information does he have here? So he knows that he's coming from Storm, so his white's got to be relatively low. He hasn't shot him. He knows the player's running. Goes to the wall, sees the gun out. That's really the first fight that's been like out of character. Okay, so doesn't know much, doesn't know anything about this person other than they're running. Gets the cone in. Doesn't step forward, just goes to the trade. Sometimes you gotta trust your aim. Not much to learn there. We're 14 kills in. Ooh, so no kill here, but same approach, right? In a full box, willing to fight up against that wall. That feels like a big thing to be able to do. Not taking the wall from a distance, but just having confidence to fight against the wall like that. Ooh. How does this guy get away? These fights feel like they're going to be different, so I think I'm going to end it here. These are endgame fights, which are its own skill set for sure. But like, I think I want to cover that more when I'm focusing in on endgames. I do want to see how Rexy survives, though. I mean, good for Rexy. Again, though, same thing, right? Every single time he's fighting, like he probably had time to get in there, but he stopped and full boxed himself. Dude, our guy Rexy. Speed this up a little bit. Rexy knows what's up. Changing layers like a boss. Dude, forget Eomzo. We need a master class from Rexy about how to stay cool under pressure and just not. Poor guy. Okay, so that thing is a thing. Doesn't do a lot of damage, but it is annoying. And if you're stuck in front of it and someone else is shooting, I don't know what you're gonna be able to do. It's not the most annoying thing, but it is a little bit annoying because we didn't have any of that in the Simpsons season. And that stuff kind of ruined chapter 6. Whatever. Again, full boxing himself. Sitting on his cone. Okay, we're zone 8, which is new. Zone 8 is a moving now. Got 75 builds, playing height. I guess not really playing height. The old clicks 90 to take height, huh? Just egos him off height. 16 builds though. Alright, so I don't know what, again, we'll watch it out. We'll watch it out here for funsies. But I think the takeaways here are making sure when you're pressuring a wall for whatever reason you're fighting, that you're fully in your material, that you have walls on your side and cones above and below, so you can exit out. I think that's takeaway 1. And we saw him do it to people. And we saw him do it like even when he didn't need to, it was unnecessary. And then when everybody hit him and they didn't do it, he punished them for it. So I think that was takeaway 1. Takeaway 2, at least, is like not a full takeaway, but like it's a hypothesis, if you will. It's a guess. When it comes to taking tops, and I don't even think I've really seen any videos on taking tops that are done well, it seems like it's just a matter of being willing to take the trade. I didn't see him really ever do a protected set of attacking tops. It was a lot of times like single pickaxe and then gun out, or just double pickaxing and just waiting for the person to keep running. But like when you're on top and you're going for tops, there's no real strategy to it. It's just do it and be good. And again, that's just a guess at this point. Like I don't know how strongly I feel about it, but well, I guess, and just to make it a 3, because everybody remembers 3s. The third one is he very rarely got in this season, or not this season, but this game. Of course, I say that and he immediately tries to get in, but again, it's endgame. Endgames are a little bit different. Now he's just running guns out because people are panicking. Getting height. It's like a level of awareness to this that again we'll focus on that. We focus on end games. Interesting though, through all this he's kept the pistol. Even there, nothing too clever, just shooting through. All right, so that's it. Again, we're gonna do these every week, so we'll have see what we can learn. But hope you enjoyed this one. If you want to see more, make sure you like and subscribe for future videos and for the stuff that we do on the channel. So that's it. See you in a week or so. Adios.